My name is Robert Gifford, and I own the company Geek Chic, and we make geek furniture and accessories for geek living. My furniture is on the show. It is the table that we're using to play the games on, and the chairs that we're using that Will can't stop talking about as being comfortable chairs, which is nice to hear. And stuff behind me, I think right now, it's the cabinets and the bookshelves and things. You know, I think the idea of making a furniture for geeks kind of company probably isn't unique. I mean, especially like people that think, man, it wouldn't be great if there was a table for this. Wouldn't it be great? I think that's been said for 40 years. I had the same idea, and because I'm playing a game of D&D, and I'm like, wouldn't it be awesome? Finally, I realized I could do that. I realized I had all the skills and the people and the abilities necessary, and then it was kind of like almost an obligation. I realized if I can do that, and it's been 40 years and no one has done that, maybe I have to do it. Maybe I pulled the sword from that stone, and now it's kind of my obligation to do exactly what I know I can. We go to a lot of conventions. That's pretty much, honestly, all we did for a while. And then we had this kind of explosion of people who were like, wow, we really like your thing, and we really like what you're doing. And we had a plethora of customers, a more than desired amount of customers. And so that's really all the marketing that we'd ever done, was to go to shows and let the word of mouth kind of filter out from there. I mean, we have a website clearly, but we don't do much else. And that's just because, you know, thankfully a lot of people really want what we do. I love seeing people interact with my stuff, our stuff, for the very first time. They look at things and they kind of become slack-jawed, like, what? Someone hacked into my brain. What kind of fantasy universe have I slipped into? What parallel dimension? And they sit in my chairs and they go, oh my God, this is ridiculous. And all of those shocked and awe experiences and all of those realizations as they kind of realign the way that they're thinking about how this could be their life. This could be, I'm a geek and it could be awesome. Being a geek could be the greatest thing ever. And that's such an amazing, mind-blowing experience to watch that happen for people and go, yes, that's exactly right. It could be you. It should be you. It should be all of us. We do get feedback from gamers. Mostly it's like, I can't believe you thought of this. You know, we definitely are working really hard to kind of come up with every scenario, but sometimes they go, you know, this would be great. This would be fantastic. And I go, you're right, and we should do that. And those kinds of things that we prototype for that person become part of our catalog. How I got into gaming is a long story, but basically my grandmother was an extraordinary gamer, and she would organize huge events on her birthday. She would invite all of her friends, and they would have big card tournaments, and she would pay them out Monopoly money for all of the kind of achievements, basically, that they made the whole time. You did this, you got that, you did this. And everyone would come up with this fistful of Monopoly money. At the middle of the night, at 11 o'clock at night, everyone would go downstairs to her basement where there was a bunch of wrapped gifts. This is her birthday, mind you. And they would hold an auction, a blind auction on these gifts with this Monopoly money. And people would bid, you know, their money for these gifts. And this is crazy experience, you know, that they're playing games and then they're playing another meta game that's on top of this game. And everyone else would continue to play games all the way until dawn, where she would take everybody out to breakfast. And with a grandmother like that, you cannot escape gaming. I mean, that's gonna be in your blood. I play a lot of cooperative games. What's great about cooperative games is that if you are the person in your group that people start to not want to play against because you are the shark or somebody like that, that happens to be in there, and I found myself on that end of the spectrum from time to time. Cooperative games are always okay, and they're always on the board because you're not playing against anybody. You're playing with them, and everyone wants you on their team if you're the shark. And so cooperative games are one of the absolute easiest things to get onto the board, for me at least at any rate. Gaming is X, where X is equal to just about everything.